Hey folks, welcome back to the Portable Gamer. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 17, and welcome back to Agri OC. It is the first day of summer. It is 8:20, I want to say. Yeah, 8:24. I've been working since about 6:30, and we're getting some things done. There's some things going well on the farm. There's some other things that are not going so well. So let's talk about animals while we're up here, and then we'll make our way down and get to work on some other things. So when we go to our animal screen, I said, there it is. I had hoped that this number would pick up when we got into summer, but the way that this geomod is written, I don't think we're going to make the number of pigs that we make on the Western Shore. I just don't think we're going to have those 100,000 euro days. As it is right now, in 6 days we'll make what, four pigs in 6 days. So that is not. We're going to have to find another way to make money. Maybe it'll be silage. Maybe it'll be who knows what. But it ain't going to be pigs because they are not reproducing like they are on other maps. And that's fine. That's fine. We'll just find ways to sort of overcome that. And I also realized that these pigs, their poo collects in here. They do need to be mucked out manually. It doesn't collect in the bunker as it does on some maps. There goes my voice. So we're keeping the pigs taken care of, but I don't want to say I don't know why, because we'll make some money from them, but we are not going to make money from pigs like we did on the Western Shore. That's cool. It's just a challenge for us to figure out. It's a problem for us to solve. So we'll get to it. And that is, I don't know. That was a little rough. And the thing is, I've never made money with pigs before the Western Shore. And so I'm not saying that like I just figured every map would be like that forever and ever, but I think we got a little spoiled last summer on the Western Shore. So this was a kind of a humbling moment for us here at Agri OC, and we'll have to figure out what to do. It could be silage. We've got, I want to say, about 50,000 liters of grass in the pit right now, and that's from field 17, which is that field right there through the gate. And I think we'll get probably an equal amount from our other two fields because they're significantly smaller. But that'll be 100,000 for first cut. We don't need it for animal food. We don't need it for hay. We don't need it for anything but selling to make money. And that will theoretically be about 30 grand. I mean, it's not a fortune, but as small as this map is and as small as our budget is, I'll take it. I think that could be a nice little income stream. And it's a much smaller operation than the Western Shore. This is what we've got in here so far, and we're at 52,000 liters. So that's what's going on there. Let me go back here. We'll get to the map. So, yep, grass is in, and we do have, we go here, and we go here. We do have field 17 done. We need to do field 11 and field 12. So we'll work on those today. And then I did get, go back here, I did get a third layer of fertilizer on our wheat and our canola. Those both germinated, so I got those taken care of. So right, that's what's going on. Now we had that, I believe it was called the Rotobull. I don't know. It was a loading wagon. It was dicey. From the minute that I downloaded it, I didn't know about that thing. But, you know, that's how you learn about mods, is you kind of, wait a minute. What? All right. I don't think we're going to be using liquid fertilizer on this map, but if we do, that's where we'll store it. Good to know. All right. That's how you learn about mods, is you download them and you play with them, you try them out, and we did, and didn't have very good luck. So I swapped that out for this thing, which is from the old forage wagon pack, and it does have MR added to it. I also traded in our 18090 for a 14090. On the Discord, somebody said that 18090, something ain't quite right. Something's not working. So I got rid of that, and this, I think, is more accurate, better somehow, maybe? I don't know. I don't know a lot about historical tractors. So these two are both new, and we'll go right across the lane here and hop on our Unimog and get to mowing. And then we'll get this gathered up, dump it in the pit, and we'll call it. It's Saturday evening. For me, I normally record in the morning, Saturday evening, and I'm definitely enjoying making a video for you, but I'm also going to enjoy being done and starting my weekend. Right. Oh, and this. We had the trailed Cavernaland I traded that in and got this. The Cavernaland, we got 9,200 for it. This was 9,000. This is base game. It is MR. But yeah, the Cavernaland was, we were getting some movement sideways, a little slipping. It just wasn't working the way I wanted it to. And I think, well, definitely that loading wagon, I think, is much more appropriate, because that other one, in comparison, that one that we had last episode, way too big, not appropriate for this map. So the one that we got is, and I think, are we good to go here? I think we are. All right, here we go. So we'll do our first headland this way, right? And then we'll flip around 180 degrees and go the other way for our next. And are we tracking? Kind of fighting it here. Unimog, what are you doing, buddy? Yeah, we're getting it. And I'm trying not to go too fast. So we'll make one lap this way, then we'll flip, we'll do another lap, and I think that will probably be enough to bring the loading wagon over here and get it filled up one time. I think it holds 16,000 liters, 17,000. It's not super big. So yep, silage is going to be it. Silage and apples for the foreseeable future. We have no real other income stream unless those pigs do something very unexpected midsummer. I don't know. I've never had good luck with pigs in the past, and the success that we're having on the Western Shore, rather than that being the new rule, I think that's just going to be the exception. I don't want to say we got lucky. We're going awfully fast here. I know we are. I'm trying to get it slowed down. I don't want to say we got lucky, but, you know, every map maker is going to write their geomod a different way. And I think this map maker has certainly written theirs differently than Bullet Bill has. And you know what? I'm okay with that. And in fact, I kind of like that, because for all I know, pigs do really well in that part of the world, right? The part of the world where, hang on, get back around here. Like so. There we go. The part of the world where the Western Shore is in real life, right? Pigs do great there. And here on this map, Normandy, this is not a place for pigs. So, you know, it's okay. I'm not put off by it or anything. Like I said, it's just a challenge. It's just something we need to overcome. So we'll make a couple laps here, and then we'll head back across the lane. We'll grab the Fiat. We'll bring it over here. We'll get it loaded up and dump that in the pit as well. We'll probably call it right there. I'll finish this up off camera. We've only got one other small field to work on, so no problem there. And yeah, and the next episode, we may be into arable crops already. Now, I don't know if our silage will be done. I assume our silage will be done before our crops are ready to harvest. And that we sort of need that to be the case, because we don't have really enough money to rent a combine harvester right now. We got 3 crops to bring in. We won't have to bring them all in at once. Our canola and our wheat will be in first, and then our corn will be in later this year. You know what we can do? Let's go ahead and fold this, and let's back this up the driveway here. The driveway, the passage, the double track, whatever this is. Let's go ahead and just back this up right here. Get it out of the way. Right about like there. Perfect. Shut that off. I do like the Unimog. We used the Unimog on Dolnis Laskovitz, and I did enjoy it. There's also, there's several tractors that have kind of a tip body built into them. There's is it the Fendt 380 where it's up front? Yeah, there's some various options where you can have a tractor that is more or less like almost a pickup truck, where it's got a bed on it. And I do like that about the Unimog, that we can get it into some very tight places, because we're not pulling a trailer. It is its own tipper. It is its own trailer. So there we go. Now, I did get this with this thing in the store. This has, I don't know, 100 options, 150, a million. And I did set it up with both blades and silage additive, but I never did get an answer as to whether or not silage additive actually does anything. I'm okay if it's just cosmetic. I mean, $4 grand for that tub, that IBC that we got, that stings a little for a cosmetic, but, you know, it is just pixels after all. All things considered, it is just a game. Let's have some fun with it. All right, so we're going to turn this on. We're going to drop it. And let's get rolling here and see what we get out of this field. All right. I didn't rent a rake. And obviously we don't need a tedder because we're not making any hay, but I didn't rent a rake. I figured let's save the 1,000, which is hilarious when you think about it, because here I am saying, oh, you know, 4,000 for silage additive, which may or may not even do anything. Whatever. But then 1,000 to rent a rake. But there's a couple of reasons I didn't. One is, of course, to save money, but the other is I think any rake small enough to fit in these fields would probably be one of those little 3 or 4 meter rakes that really doesn't do a whole lot. You do need them for hay, but for grass that's already sort of in rows, I think it's almost a waste of money to get one of those very small, like the very small Pottinger rake, I think. The one that looks like a fan. Yeah, you know the one I'm talking about. I think it's almost a waste to rent that or to use it for anything other than hay. So we'll go ahead and skip that. And yeah, this was a pretty quick headland. Where are we at on time? We're coming up on 12 minutes. Let's go ahead and fill this thing. We might do a couple more passes with our mower just to get a full, I don't know, whatever this thing holds. About 17,000 liters, looks like. Yeah. So we'll go ahead and get this cleaned up as well, this other headland, and then we'll hop back in the Unimog, do another quick pass, and gather that up and drop it off over at the pit. Now, I'm fascinated by the idea of, and in fact, I think I even posted a link on Discord a while back for this New Holland, like, self-contained farm system, where you put all your crop waste and all your animal waste and all this stuff, you put it in some kind of bioreactor, and it makes methane for you, and then you use the methane to power. There's a conversion kit. You can run tractors, New Holland tractors. I don't know. You can run them on methane. So it makes this sort of self-contained loop that requires very little energy from outside. So I like that we have a BGA on the farm. I think that's a very cool detail, and I really want to make the most of that. And I want us to get, we have chemical fert right now. We've got our cavernoline pellet spreader, but as soon as possible, I do want to get us on on that organic trip. So we will be making digestate. We've got compost right down the road. Now we do need diesel to make the compost, so that's perhaps not the greenest process. But we can get our BGA working, and that's going to make digestate, and we're getting manure and slurry from the pigs. So I've already got my eye on a hard manure spreader, and then for a sprayer for slurry and digestate, we'll track one of those down as well. But as quickly as possible, we will make ourselves into a nice self-contained organic farm. So I'm going to park this up right here. I'm going to set the brake and leave it running. It wasn't working super hard, but it was working hard enough. Oh, great sound. I love it. I love that sound. All right, so we'll get this going now. Right down here. Right. Right there. Back through here, and we're gonna go, let me see, we'll be going this way now. Is that correct? And I'm trying to see, yeah, there it is right there. It's hard to see where we've mowed and where we haven't. All right, so we'll unfold this, like so. Okay, turn it on, drop, and let's back our cruise control down just a little bit, and then do this. Because our speed was all over the place those last couple headlands. Are we mowing? There we go. I couldn't tell if we were mowing or not. All right, we're definitely mowing now. So yeah, we'll need the proceeds from the silage sale, even if we sell it to our own BGA, which is probably not 100% realistic, but whatever. Whatever. We're going with it. So we're going to need the profit from that, the proceeds from that, to rent our combine harvester. And keep in mind, all the crops that we put in with the goal of taking care of our pigs. And I think if the amount of pigs that we have does not radically increase, I think what we're going to have, even from those small fields, is going to be more than enough to support our pigs for quite a while. So, yeah, you know what I mean? I think next year we might just be able to go to money crops. We might just be able to go to soybeans or something, and the pigs will have enough food to last them. We still won't have any potatoes for them, but I'll find a mod that lets us buy potatoes. We'll figure it out. This is going to be a little snug right through here. Carefully. Right through there like so. And one more? Yeah, probably one more, because that thing's about half full. 2 headlands, half full, so 2 more headlands. 100% full. In theory. On paper. Alright. I'll back this up. And right here. Right there. There we go. Cruise control on. And the other field is field 12, which is across the lane, and it's that very long, very skinny field. But the last time I played this map, what I can tell you about that field is it's great for bales. It doesn't have much of a grade to it, so they don't roll very far. But if they do roll, there's a wall all along the lower edge of that field. So if your bales do get away from you, they don't go too far. They only go to that wall. But we're not going to be baling. Not for a while, maybe not ever. I'm not opposed to opening the dairy. I just haven't given it a lot of thought at the moment. And again, that's on me. I think I was seeing dollar signs. I think I was seeing euro signs after the way things went with pigs on the Western Shore. Having never made money with them, I made all that money. We made all that money with them one time, and suddenly every map I play, it's like pigs is where it's at. And that's apparently not the case. So live and learn. And like I said, coming down here, I've been sort of humbled, because I was really thinking, oh yeah, we'll be making this kind of money and we'll be able to do this and this, but it's going to be a different kind of map, a different kind of farm. Good contrast though, because we've already got one Western Shore going. We don't need another map just like that going, or one of them would be kind of irrelevant, right? Unnecessary. So we'll lift this like so, turn it off, and then we're going to back this thing up, and I suppose we can just back it up right over here. Right in here somewhere, yeah. Oh. That's pretty generous collision, but whatever. So it goes. Alright. Brake is on, hop out of here. Hop in this thing. Here. Brakes off. And let's get this going. Some of these turns we may be able to make, some we may not, but we'll just, I mean, I don't want to hack at it, but we may have to take a couple swings at some of these. Like this one right here. Here's a perfect example. There we go. think, yeah, let's go ahead and lift this. And I think we're going to need to drive over our row as little as possible, but I think we're going to need to come up here and then back up toward the gate so we can get this whole row. About like so. There we go. And we're at 60%. Okay. We may or may not fill this. We'll just, you know what I mean? We'll just go till we're reasonably happy and then move on. About here. I'm very glad I swapped this out. The other forage wagon was, I don't know. In hindsight, it just did not fit the map. So this is working better for us. All right, so we'll drop that. And then right down here. All right. What are we at on time? 21 minutes. Exactly perfect, but it's pretty good. Drop that. Yeah, we'll be at about, oh, I don't know, maybe 80, 85%. Close enough, I say. Right there. Here. All right. There you go, 80%. And how do we get out of here? I guess the best way would be just to go around. It's a small enough field. Yeah, let's just make our way around this way carefully. Around here. And back across the lane. Here. There we go. And it is so easy to forget how bumpy these passages are and just start kind of bombing through here. But it is very rough moving in and around this yard. How are we looking? Through here. All right. There we go. So yeah, that little field that we're working in right now is about half done, and we got, let's say, 15,000 out of it. So 30 from that one, 50 from field 17, say another 30, so that'd be 110. So yeah, about 30 grand, 30,000 euros we can expect to get from selling all this. And it's not a fortune, but it's a small farm. So I think that amount of income, that amount of money it's going to help us out, but I think it's also going to be appropriate. It's going to fit the map the same way this loading wagon does. The other was just too big. All right. And I will get this all pushed up against the back wall. I know. I know. All right. There we go. Get that closed. And there you have it. So close it right here. Pop out here. All right. Turn that off. There you have it. Folks, thanks for stopping back to check out the Portable Gamer. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Farming Simulator 17. This is Agri OC. We'll see you next time. Take care now.